this will be our first battle in our Vigilus campaign series. We're going to pick up the story right at the start of the Vigilus war, so it's the War of the Beasts. So the Orks have crash landed into the wastes of Vigilus. The Imperial forces are confident that the Ork war parties are contained within the wastes. The Imperium is safe behind the sci-tech force field surrounding every false continent. The Imperial faithful are happy to watch the Orks with their power struggle and fighting for the right for the first attack on any hive structure. So this battle is about greed in the wastelands. The evil Sunz want ever faster machines for the speed war. They've run out of teeth to avoid all the flashy gubbins that the bad moons can offer, because they are the most talented mechs. They're able to cobble together just about anything. They want to get their hands on as much teleporter gubbins as they possibly can. The evil Sunz believe that this is the key to getting through those shields to get in at the Imperium. If they can get that teleporter technology and all the shock attack weaponry that can jump through the force fields, land on the other side, and then take the fight to the Imperium. So this mech station is where it all happens. This is folklore. This is the luckiest mech station in all the land. It's been churning out the fastest vehicles for the speed war, and the evil Sunz think that's their right to have that. So the bad moons have come to defend that. It's going to be a big old bust up. And this is our first film battle on this brand new map that we've got. It's from P-Work War Games. I've did this a map review on this. I think it was the last video, so check that out if you like the look at this. So for this game we're playing a mission out of the new chapter approved. It's Eternal War mission. It's cut off the head. So you select a point on the middle of the battlefield, so it'll be right there on the mech workshop. And you're assigned intel points to your characters. There's 3 intel points to go around each side, and you assign those to your characters, which we'll cover later. And your characters have got to get into the centre and take the objective. It's the only people who can score in this mission. And then at the end of battle round 3, at the end, you start scoring points for each character that is alive, and the points rack up that way as well. So it's a big fight for the Lucky Mech Workshop. And of course all secondary objectives are in place. So Slay the Warlord, Line Breaker and First Strike. So just killing something in your first turn will get you a point as well. So Vanguard Strike Deployment, and let's get into it. Right, this is 1750 of Bad Moons. Just a single detachment here, so we've got 5 points for that and 3 points for being battle forged. So we've got 2 HQs and we've got the Warlord here, so 2 big mechs. Always have big mechs in your Bad Moons. It's cool. So this is the Warlord. This is Big Mech Mergwizzer, and he's got the Thunder Gobshot Thunderbus. That's what it's called. It's like a double shot Scorcher, so it's pretty good. 12-inch range. It's a Bad Moon special, that one. And he's going to have the Warlord trait for Follow Me Lad, so he's essentially like a war boss waiting to breaking heads and stuff. So that's him, he's the war boss. He's got a Oiler with him as well, so he's second in command. This is Womzacker, Big Mech Womzacker, and he's got the Teleport Blaster, he's got a Combi Scorcher, and the Power Claw, as you see. He's also got a trusty friend there with him, a Grot Oiler. We've got an Elite, we've got a Pain Boy, and we've got a Runtherd looking after the first troops, which 20-man Grot unit, or 20 little Grot Snivelers. We've got 2 20-man Boy units. We've got 2 big shooters in each. We've got the Knob Leader with a Combi Rocket, and then there's the appropriate Tank Buster bombs in there as well. We might see those today. Now we've got an 8-man Tank Buster unit. They're going to be riding in a truck. We've got a 10-man Looter Squad. These are going to be very cool for Bad Moons, being able to reroll ones. We've got the Shock Jump Dragster. That's always pretty cool. 5 Warbikers. The Knob's got a big chopper, which is really good these days. And then a Wazbomb Blaster Jet with the custom force field. And the Mercenary unit here. So we've got the Flash Gits. So these could be really good. They're going to take refuge in this truck here, and they're going to just broadside people all game, hopefully. That's their game. So the Bad Moons, for anyone who doesn't know, if you're Bad Moons, you can reroll 1s to hit. So that's very, very good. There's also a special stratagem which allows you to fire twice. So with the looters and the tank busters are could come in really handy. So let's see how this one turns out for the big bad moons.
Right, so what we've got here is 1750 points of evil Sunz, all speed freaks led by this character here, and he has the custom scorcher and a power claw, and we have a mech on a bike with a custom force field, and we have a little mech here with his oiler, and the other character, this guy here on the war trike. And we have 2 units of bikes. One nob's got a big chopper, one's got a power claw. Got 3 scrap jets there, and we've got 5 copters. We've got rockets. And we've got the custom
booster blaster.
Booster blaster, yeah.
Too many names, too many orcs.
Got 3 units of boys. All got shooters. The knob, because it's an old knob, has a custom shooter, so he comes from the previous list. And we've got 3 trucks for them to go in. It's big shooters.
Okay, so a few index choices there. So these are custom shooters, like we said. And the mech, although it's an index choice on the bike, we're just going to class him as if he just came from the codex. So he's going to have all of the codex rules, because it's pedantic, really, not to. And life's too short for that sort of stuff. And you said that he's got the relic, the cyborg body.
He's got a cyborg body.
Yeah, and the war boss in the centre, he's the warlord, isn't he?
Mm.
Yep. So he's the warlord, and what's his warlord trait?
So he was brutal, but cunning.
Brutal but cunning. Okay. For deployment, the evil Sunz actually won the roll-off, but they wanted the bad moons to set up first so they could counter-deploy. So the bad moons set up first, and we'll go through who's got the intel points first. So we've got the big mech war boss, Merg Wizard. He's got 1 intel point. He's second in command, Womzacker. He's in the yellow truck, and he's got an intel point. And then the Pain Boy, he's got an intel point as well. So for the bad moons, as we say, we've got the big mech warlord with the custom force field. All boys are within that at the moment, so are the 2 trucks. Pain Boy giving off his feel no pain benefits to the 2 units of boys here, 2 big units of 20. They're all on the starting line. We've got the looters up top with a good field of fire across the table, and then the Grot's shield is up there as well. We've got the bikes, all the fast attackers actually just pulled at the back here, ready to go out, see which flanks need attacking. And then the tank busters are also in that truck as well. And in this truck, of course, it's the flash gates. So over here for the evil Sunz, of course, we'll go through the intel points first. 3 characters, the main man, he's got the intel point. The big mech on a bike, he's got an intel point. And then the war boss in the truck, he's got an intel point as well. So of course, it's a bit of a mess here, as the orcs do. Bike squad here, bike squad there. The 3 trucks with the 3 boy units in. We've got I've forgotten the name of this truck, but it's there. Def couplers, and then the scrap jets, as you see. It's turn 1 for the bad moons. The evil Sunz elected not to try and steal the initiative, so the big bad moons, they just go straight in with the first turn. So just about everything has advanced. So all parties in the centre, they've advanced. Everyone pretty much rolled a 4, so they've gone forward to the mech station. Keeping good range with the custom force field here. Over on this side, this unit went forward, surrounding that truck. And the fly is zoomed from over there to here. So this has given the custom force field protection to all the units down here who advance. So crucial for that truck. Getting invulnerable 5, that's got the tank busters on the key unit. Because this truck was out of range with the flash gates on, it's just pulled up to the wall. It's ready to give off that broadside, getting the benefit of the custom force field from the big mech. This unit, they did a stratagem. Billowing exhaust clouds, so they're at a -1 to hit. So there's the clouds kicked up just to remind us. So -1 to hit because they are speed freaks, maybe bad moons, but they still like to go fast. So So the only thing we haven't moved is the shock jump dragster, because what we're going to do is we're going to do a shock tunnel. We're going to try and teleport it, so we will advance. We haven't moved it at all, so on a 4+ we'll be able to go anywhere on the board. Yep, and off we go. So there you go, he shock jumped all the way over here, and on a 4+ he'll take a mortal wound because he's went through basically a warp hole. So no mortal wound for him, so he's classed as advanced, so he will be at a -1 to hit, but he's a good shot. He's got a target and squig and a grot gunner. Going to try and plough some shots into the side. We'll start the shooting phase off with the shock jump dragster. It's going to do the shock rifle into this nearest scrapjet, so we'll get a +2 to hit because of the gunner and the squig. Because we advance, we're at a -1, so essentially we're hitting on 4s with this, which is pretty good for an orc. And we'll reroll 1s because we're bad moons. No 1s, but what we do get is a dagger, so that's an extra attempt at a shot, which we miss with. So shot rifle is strength 8, so we're needing a 3 to wound the scrapjet, which we do get. It's AP -3, so no save there at all. There's no custom force field for it, and it's D6 damage. Oh, it's just a 1. Do we want to command reroll that? It's early days. I think we're better. We just need to hurt it. 6, that's good enough. Spent 2 command points to get him there and to fire that shot, so that's pretty good going. Then we've got a rocket. This needs a 6 to hit, there's no help for that one, and he's missed. But that was pretty good going for him. Okay, we're going to fall onto some more big guns here from the bad moons. We're going to have the looters. They're going to shoot overhead all the way at that scrapjet right in the corner there, just behind the warlord. We can all see him. We can't fire at the warlord because he is nearer than the truck, but there's bikes just on the left of him. You can just see in the distance there, so we can't see them, but you can't target characters even if you can't see the closer unit. So he's safe for now, so we're going to target that other scrapjet. So we're going to see how many shots we get out of these looters, but before we do, we've spent another 2 command points. We haven't got many left, we've only got 4 now, to do more dagger. So, oh, new camera, problems. Anyway, that means you get dagger, not on a 6, but on a 5 and 6. So let's see how many shots we get out of these looters. Just the 1 shot. Do we want a command point reroll that and make this worth it? I don't want to use all my command points straight away. No. Yes we are. We want as many shots, we want more dagger coming out of this. Oh, it's just a 1. So we're only getting 10 shots out because that's a D3 roll to see how many shots to pump out. So we're hitting on 5s with these, good shots, and we reroll 1s because we're bad moons. And then with more dagger in play, any successful hits will be more shots. So there's more shots for us to roll, and we get an extra 2, and then that 1 can be rerolled because we're bad moons, which we've missed with. So 6 successful hits there, and strength 7 against toughness 6, so we're needing 3s to wound, and we get 4. So AP -2, and you've got a save of invulnerable 5 because you're right on the custom force field there. So 3 go through and a 2 damage each, that's 6 damage in total. Okay, so just thinking hard about playing the showing off stratagem for the bad moons, which would allow us to fire again, but because we're only down to 3 command points, we just dare not use any more command points this turn. It's been an expensive turn, but we're just trying to get a crucial first victory point for first strike. It looks like it may elude us, but we can't afford to plough any more command points into that. So we're going to see what we're going to do. We've got some big shooters around here to try and clip the last 2 wounds off it. Actually, these have got 9 wounds to scrapjet, so there's 3 more wounds to go on those. Let's see how we do. We've got a few big shooters around. Right, next up we had the big shooter off the truck. It fired at the scrapjet, actually did a wound on it. It's got 2 wounds left. These 2 big shooters in this squad, the advance were hit on 6s, got some good hits, but just couldn't find the wounds. So it remains on 2 wounds left. Right, over here we had the truck and the 2 big shooters from the main squad under here. Fire at the bikes. We killed 1, and then we'll put a wound on 1 from the super shooter, the twin super shooter of the Waaagh blaster jet. But we're still yet to fire the rest of the weapons. Put this on camera. So all the heavy guns are still going at the bike, so we're just going to resolve these now. So we've got the smasher gun. We elected those are the targets, so this will actually hit on 4 because it's wired into the mech's brain. So it's heavy D3. Let's see what we can do. It's going to fire 3 shots. So hitting on 4s with these. And there's 2 hits. So what we do is we roll 2 dice, and if the strength is equal or more than your strength 4, it's going to automatic wound. So yeah, 6 is an automatic wound. There's 2 wounds, so it's D6 damage. So it's going to kill the first one because one of the bikes has got a wound already. In fact, no, you've got a custom force field save, haven't you, there? Or are they just out? It's a bit of a stretch. He's in. So on a 5+, he'll save that. He does save. He's got another one to save because there's 2 successful hits there. Doesn't, right? So it doesn't matter what I roll on the damage there. That's 1 wound left on that bike, and he's already dead. So there we go. We've still got a few more things to fire. We've got 2 Waaagh bomb mega cannon. So these are these ones on the wing. So it's 2d3. Wow, it's the full output, and hitting on 5s with this. And if we roll 1s, we take mortal wounds ourselves. So it's a pretty volatile gun. But the Orks say no to that. Daggers. Okay, no more, but that's pretty good. So strength 8, needing 3s to wound. We get 2, and again, custom force field saves. Both go through, right? So the first one is D6 damage. So it kills a bike on a 5, and then the second bike is killed also. So good output from the Waaagh bomb blaster jet. That is the end of the Bad Moon shooting. There's nothing more in range to fire. So we'll come down and see the Evil Sunz. So there's a big hole where these bikes used to be, and that means there's a morale check on the card. So Def Killer Wartrike doesn't actually help anyone out leadership wise. So it's, these are leadership 7, they've lost 4. So anything above a 3 is looking grim. They've lost 2 bikes there. Ooh.
Command point reroll.
Command point reroll, there we go. He's going to need to try and get this. No, he's lost 1 bike, but that is a good use of command point, because 1 bike means that is not first strike. So they've denied the Bad Moon's first strike. So that is the end of the Bad Moon's turn. No points picked up there. So Merg Whizzer is disappointed. Nothing went boom. He's not pleased, but he is approaching the mech workshop. So he's pleased that he's powered up his suit to run so far. So it's now over to the Evil Sunz. There's a big dust cloud in the distance. It's coming towards us. Right, Evil Sunz, turn 1, and it's very, very, very scary. Here they come, just flying out of the corner, just to go so fast, and everyone is upon us. So just to remind, Evil Sunz, doesn't matter if they go flat out, they can still shoot as if they didn't. So the Def Copters, the big news here, one of my favourite units in the game, come straight over here. These move a whopping 23 inches because they've got an extra 3 inches on the move in total, being Evil Sunz. They were flat out, they've gotten right into range here, so deadly stuff with those rockets. The trucks come out as well, fan out across the field here. The big squad of bikes, they've come up with the mech with the custom force field. They've also done billowing exhaust cloud, so they're now at a -1 to be hit as well. Big news here, the Def Killer Wartrike, the lieutenant of the Orks, he comes booming down. He's used the grot canister, the guy who pours the fuel into the engine, and he goes super fast, so he automatically goes 6, and then +1 to his advance, and then +2 to his move. He ends up, I think it's 23 inches. He's right down in the face of the Ork bikes there. It's very, very scary stuff. He's got support of this lone biker as well, so dangerous stuff down there. And over in this corner of the battlefield, it was looking good for the shock jump dragster until it wasn't, because all of the scrap jets are now looking to kill him. So both of these are injured. This one's fresh, but because they've only got 8 wounds, they never degrade, so it's like nothing ever happened. And these have got absolutely devastating output. If they can get the hits, which is very likely, this will not be here anymore. So enjoy it while it's here. I expect that to go down. So right in the face from the turn 1, as you would expect from the Evil Sunz. And not only that, they have got extreme amount of firepower. So let it begin. So the Evil Sunz are going to start the shooting gallery with the bikes here. They're going to shoot into this squad here. So 2 are out of range, so that's just a measly 24 shots. So here they go. 24 shots. Hitting on 5s because they can advance without penalty. And then 6s, of course, are so plenty of 6s in there. We could be here for days with the Orks firing. So it's actually not as good as they usually do, but it's still strong showing. 4 daggers in there to extra reroll. and another 2. So daggers always do the biz. So a good amount of hits there. So strength 5 versus toughness 4. We know the score here. 3s to wound, and that is 6. So 6 wounds to save there. Not as bad as we thought it might be. And we've got the benefit of the custom force field here and a pain boy. So we're saving on invulnerable 5s first. Ooh, we get 3. That's welcome. And then we get pain boy saves of 6 against this. 3 go down, so not too bad actually. Normally we're absolutely pasted by those bikes. Right, it's now the Def Coupler's turn. So these got 10 shots between them and they're all rocket shots. So to help him out with this, firing at the Waaagh bomb blaster jet, he doesn't like the look of that. So he's doing long uncontrolled bursts. It's not happening. Long uncontrolled bursts just means that he's got a +1 to hit, so he's back on his original 5 since flyers. Or a -1 to hit, so it just helps Orks out shooting down things.
And I think I'll do more.
He's tempted by more dagger, but too many command points. So here we go, hitting on 5s in the end with that stratagem played, and then 6s are dagger. So 2 daggers in there and just 1 natural hit. Okay, so 2 to try and score more hits with, and does get an extra 1. So it's strength 8 against toughness 7, I believe, or 6. We'll still need 3s, and gets 3, but these are 3 damage each, so we need to try and save these on our invulnerable custom force field on the top there. We get 1, failed 2, so that's 6 damage on the Waaagh bomb. Okay, 6 wounds taken on the Waaagh bomb blaster jet. This is actually I think it's the only thing in the Ork army that when it's degraded, your ballistic skill goes down. So this is ballistic skill 6+ now, which is a bit weird for the Orks, but there we go. So he's only got 6 wounds left, and now he's going to shoot the rivet cannon from the custom booster blaster in the distance up at this. So he's got 6 shots, and he's needing 6s to hit, and missed them all. The Bad Moons unit in the centre is coming under fire again. This time it's this truck. So it is within 18, all guns blazing. So we've suffered 8 wounds. That's off the big shooters and all the shooters on board. It's a lot of firepower in this army. So we're saving on 5s for the custom force field. That's a very good attempt. Oh well, I just saw the 6s, got excited. So it is actually pretty good. And then pain boy saves. 6s, going to need that again if you don't mind. Nope, 5s. 5 go down. So boys are starting to drop now. Okay, to speed things along, he's done both remaining trucks now. So this truck and that truck in the distance, 2 big shooters each coming in at these boys. So 7 wounds put on them. You can just see in little angles he's been able to get all of these big shooters going. So 5s to save. That is a good attempt. And then 6s for the pain boy. He does save 1, clags 1 back together. So 2 go down for that squad in the centre. Def Killer Wartrike, he's going to now have a go at this unit. So the boomsticks first. So they are in close range, so it's going to be horrendous. He's got +1 to hit with the boomsticks, and then he's doing the flamer jet into them as well. So here we go, boomsticks first, hitting on 4s, and that is pretty good.
3 daggers.
And then there's 3 daggers. So 4 hits so far, and there's another hit. So 5 hits, and what's the strength of the boomsticks?
5. Yeah, 5.
Strength 5, okay, 3s to wound. And just 2 in the end. So saving on invulnerable 5s. We don't get it, and then pain boy clags 1 back together. So we've lost another boy. We're going down very, very slowly, but now we're going to be targeted by the heavy flame of the Scorcher jet off the back of it. Spins round and toasts them with his engine as a
D6.
So 4 flames, if that's possible, and only 1. Again, custom force field come to the rescue. Yes.
Is it?
Okay, the day of reckoning is upon us with this shot attack wagon, shock drum track. So there we go. So this is going to be firing first into it. That is the rocket cannon. So it's 2d3 shots from the rocket cannon. And there's 3 and a 2, so there's 5 shots from the rocket cannon, and hitting on 5s. So that is 1 so far, just the 1, and it's a dagger. and no extra hits. So it's a rocket hit, so it's strength 8 and needing 3s to wound. Does wound. So it's AP -2, we've got an armor save of 4, so it needs a 6 to block this. No, it's 3 damage straight away. So there's more rockets to go. There's a wing rocket, and it's sort of a machine seeking rocket, so it hits on a 4, this wing rocket, but it has missed. Right, there's a smattering of big shooters to go. So this is from the grot, and the grot hits on a 4. And there's just 3, but there is a dagger. And there's 4 in total. So these are strength 5, so you need 5s to wound. So 2, is that one behind it? Nope, just 2. And we'll save both of those. And then the orc firing the twin big shooter. He needs 5s, and he gets 2 and a dagger. So there is 4 shots. Again, needing 5s. Gets 1, needs 7 and 4. We make it. Right, so he's taking 3 wounds off one of those damaging rockets, but now we've got to do that another 2 times. Right, here we go, second chance. So we're going to do the rocket cannon, so 2d3. And that's 2 and a 1. So 3 shots and 5s to hit. No hits, and then the wing rocket hits on a 4. It's heat-seeking rocket. It misses. Right, we're getting lucky here. And then we'll do the big shooters. Right, we fired off the big shooter arrays and 3 wounds put on it, so we're going to save on 4s. Take another 2 wounds. Right, I've only got 3 wounds left now, and then there's still another one to go. So let's do the rocket cannon again. So there's 2d3 shots, and again it's a low score, only 3. Needs 5s to hit. Gets 2, and needs 3s to wound. A double 1 is never a good look, so I've got the wing rocket now, so it needs a hit on 4s, unless you want to use a command point reroll for one of those. Because 1 hit will see it off, it's only got 3 wounds left.
I've only got 1 left. Let's go to the big shooters and then we'll finish off the wing rod, see if it's needed.
Okay, so he's not going to use a command point reroll for that, because he's going to try and fire off his big shooters first. If you can kill it with the big shooters, he might have to save a command reroll for the rocket, so we'll see what happens here. So big shooters, just the grot or the orc that's firing?
Grot.
So hitting on 4s with the grot, he gets 4 hits and 1's a dagger, and no extra hits. So 5s to wound, gets 2 on that side and 1 on that side, so 3 wounds. This might do it, but no, we've got 1 wound left, and then he's got an orc to fire a big shooter, so he's hitting slightly less good. He's hitting on 5s. Here he goes. So he's got 2 hits and 1's a dagger, and there's 3 hits, so needs 5s. 1's fell off the table, but he's got 1 wound so far, and a second wound. Right, this is it. This is the end. 4s to save. We make them both. He lives. Right, now it's the wing rocket. Now it's the pressure moment. Hitting on 4s. He must kill this shock jump dragster. He gets his hit. Needs a 3 wound. All rests on this. He gets his wound. Can we get a save? For Mork, for Gork, whoever's listening, give us a 6. Yay!
Oh.
He lives. Beauty. Okay, that is the end of the shooting phase for the evil Sunz. It's been pretty devastating. But it's not all though. So they're going to play a stratagem. It's drive by Crumpin, and it's 1 command point. So they're down to 7 command points left now. And what it means is you pick a Speed Freaks unit. It's a special evil Sunz stratagem actually. So it's got to be evil Sunz Speed Freaks, which is these. So these can now move as if they didn't move before. So they're just going to fly off somewhere else another 23 inches. So the copters have flown 23 inches advanced back to pretty much the starting point. So they're out the way now, safe and sound, and then it's onto the assault phase. So there's charging to do. So this is going to be the first to charge into the shock jump dragster. So we can see if we're going to polish it off on Overwatch. So we better not roll any 1s here because we'll kill ourselves, because we've only got 1 wound left and we've missed with the shock rifle. And then the rocket does hit, and that's a dagger, does work in Overwatch, but doesn't get a second hit. So let's see if we wound on a 3. We do wound, and you need to save on a 6. Doesn't do it, so it's 3 wounds. Alright, so the Scrapjet's made his charge move. So it happened to be the only one that wasn't injured. If it was any of the other two, would have killed one of them with that Overwatch shot. But it's curtains now. He's doing his spiked ram, because at the end of the... As soon as he's made a charge move on a 4+, it's D3 mortal wounds. So here we go. Can I get that crucial 4 and just plough through it? He can. It's D3 mortal wounds. It really doesn't matter because we've only got 1 wound left. So let's see if we're good out in a blaze of glory on a 6. No. So it's gone, and that is first strike. So that's the first point of the game to the Evil Sunz. Just coughed it up at the end there. Okay, charges over here. We had the boss knob on the bike charge in first, because if he we worked it out that if he didn't go in first, then he couldn't get actually around the war boss in his big fat base. So he went in first. He took 2 wounds on the Overwatch. He was lucky to survive. But he's got 1 wound left, and then the war boss is now in on the bikes as well. So big fight going on here. We're going to lose one of our best units here for this war boss. Okay, so we've got the combats here. So he's going to elect to fight with this boss knob first, and he's got 3 attacks with a big chopper, which is dangerous stuff. So he gets all 3 hits, and at strength 7, he'll be wounded on 3s. He only gets a single wound, but it's damage 2. He could knock out a bike straight away here. So when it's save on a 5, because we've got a decent enough armor save, but we do not, so we've been chopped in half with one of our bikes. So we'll take him. Okay, so Death Killer Wartrike now. He's got 5 attacks. He's hitting on 2s, and he's hit all but 1.
Come on, point reroll.
So what you want to do? Okay, come on.
Yeah, we will.
Okay, he's going to try and go for the wipeout here. So all 5, and then at strength 7, he'd be wounded on 3s, and you can reroll failed wounds with this one. So reroll those failed. Yeah, so all 5 go through. It's AP -2, so 7 on 6s against this, but this is deadly stuff. You make 1, fail 4, so it's D3 damage each time. So go for 1 D3 first. As there's a bike dead, and then another D3. There's another bike dead, and then a wound, and then that wound will kill this other bike. So the knob still stands, and he will fight. Okay, so it's almost a wipeout. The Death Killer Wartrike piles in onto the last remaining bike, but he will fight, and he's going to fight the boss knob. So boss knob's going at here. 3 attacks himself. He gets 2 hits. Needs 3s to wound. Gets 2, right. Saves on 5s because AP -1. So he's passed the first one, he's going to need to pass a second to survive. And he fails it, so he's dead. Good news. Okay, so big news here. Because he killed this biker, the Bad Moons are also going to get first strike. Because it's not in your own turn, it's actually in the battle round. So we're still neck and neck. We've squared that point up now, but with his morale checks to do. So he's lost 4 in his squad. So 4 + 3 is 7. He's good. He's going to hold. This squad, not so good. We lost 12. So we've lost 1. No, we haven't. It's 5. We've lost 6. There's 8 in the unit. We've got 2 left. But what we're going to do is we're going to do breaking heads with the Warlord trait from our Big Mech. And he's only going to kill 1. So it's D3 mortal wounds. He's killed 1 and he's kept them in line. Right, that is the end of battle round 1. So it's 1 point each for both getting first strike. Luckily the Bad Moon snuck in there and got that point at the end. But it's now all about getting that objective contested. So characters, you score if you're on there at the start of your round. So the Bad Moons are not going to be able to score by moving on to that into the next turn. They're going to have to sit there and hold it. Right, turn 2 for the Bad Moons, and Big Mech Murgwizzer has moved in to the mech shop. So he's there, the Pain Boy's there, so hopefully next turn we can start getting some crucial victory points in. It's hanging in the balance here. The Evil Sunz are moving in, very, very threatening, lots of dagger. Just got to hold on another turn we'll fail. We're in good position. Can we hold? So everything's moved forward just about. The Grots run forward an inch still. Got the option for the Grot shield at any given time. Crucially, this is big. Flash gates stay still, so they're going to be hitting on 4s. They've only got a target here for the Death Killer Wartrike, and we're going to need it. So these are going to have to be on best behaviour to get him sorted. Because that bike peeled out of combat, he's now free to be shot at. So the tank busters in the truck come around the side, and remember the second in command, Big Mech, Waaagh, I've forgotten his name now. There he is. He's got teleport blaster. He's going to contribute as well. The boys, they've advanced up to the wall here. We're going to try and shoot the bikes. We'll be hitting on 6s because we advanced, but we're hitting on 6s anyway because they popped dust clouds. So Orks still can hit on an unmodified 6, so we're seeing that action in play there, where normally that would be a 7 to hit the bikes, but with the Orks new rules, that's 6s will do just fine. And the injured Waaagh bomb blaster jet just flies over here. We're just going to see if it can just pick the bones of anything that may be standing. So onto the dagger phase. Started the shooting phase with this unit of boys that fired into the bike, so not particularly good at some fronts, but we've achieved 4 wounds, sorry. So they need to save on 4s. If they're all poorly here, it could be big. Just 2, so that's 1 bike dead because they have 2 wounds each. The rocket missed and the big shooters didn't really do much. That was all the shooters there, and we even had the big shooter in from the truck in that lot. Right, we're going to move on to the tank busters in the truck. So they're going to shoot at the exposed Death Killer Wartrike now. He does have the vehicle keyword, so he's choice target here. We can't play any stratagems on board because they don't allow that. So just raw shots here, but they've got all the special rules built in to help them. So there's 8 on board. Let's wish them luck. It's 4, and then we re-roll against vehicles to hit. Oh, no more. Gah. But we do get a dagger, which we can re-roll, which you don't get anymore. Okay. Strength 8 needing 3s against the Death Killer Wartrike, and we only get 2 in the end, so it's AP minus 2. He's going to be saving on 6s. Fails them both, so that's a flat 3 damage each, but he has got the cyborg body, so those 2 will turn into 6, which he's going to have to save on 5s. His cyborg body, let's see what he gets. 2, so he's taking 4 wounds. He's got 4 wounds left. Right, let's not forget we've got the second in command, Big Mech, on board. He's got a teleport blaster. He's going to try it out on him. He gets 2 hits and one's a super dagger. Okay, no extra hit, but we can reroll 1s because we're bad moons. No, so 2 hits there. Strength 8 needing 3s. Oh, it doesn't do anything. Right, so we're going to move on to the big shots now. We're going to have the flash kits are going to fire in on the Death Killer Wartrike. He's the only one that can shoot that in range. So these hit on a 4s, and the captain, he's got a git finder on his shoulder there, so he hits on 3s. So the captain's got green dice, all the rest are in yellow. So it's a good amount of hits so far. This is what we like to see. These are deadly guns, these ones, these snaz guns. Right, so we missed with 1 shot from the captain there. We do have an ammo run, so we can reroll 1 shot. We're going to choose it for the captain, so we need a 3. Perfect, right. So we've got 2 daggers in there, so because it's the captain's daggers, he's going to hit on 3, so he gets an extra 1. Some mighty fine stuff here. So strength 6, these snaz guns these days. 4s to wound against the Death Killer Wartrike. Come on, lads. Oh, lovely. That is devastating. That is brutal. That's absolutely brutal. How many wounds is that? It's 9 wounds. He's going to have to save on 6s. It's AP minus 2 and a 2 damage. So you got 9 dice. And he saves just 1 of them. Now it is cyborg body save. So he's going to have to save all these twice on 5s. So roll for 5s. And he's taken all those wounds. He's dead. Right, that was so devastating. Sort of wish I used the tank busters on the bikes now. Right, stay away from the flash kits. They will kill you. So we're going to move on now. We're going to have, well, it's going to be the looters now. It's got to be. So we're going to have to start shooting some of these vehicles up. So we're going to fire at this buggy here. So we're going to use more data stratagem for 2 command points, I think. Actually, let's think about this. Right, we're going to fire with the looters next. We're going to shoot in on the, well, we're going to split shots. There's 10 in the unit, so we're going to put 5 on this and 5 on this. See what happens. So how many shots are we getting out first? Oh, just the dreaded one. Do we use a command point to reroll that? I think we do, because we need to see these off. Right, we're getting twice the volume there. So we're down a command point. We've only got 2 command points left, which is crucial because it means we can't do green tide anymore, which is what we're trying to look out for, but I think the chance is gone for that now. We need to do some damage. So anyway, here's the first 5, and this is the 5 that are going on this. Whoops. First, so 5s to hit. That's okay, I suppose. No rerolls there, but we do have a dagger, which is missed. Right, so 3s to wound. We get 3 wounds on it. It's AP -1, so 5s to save. This has only 3 wounds left. So let's see how he does. Oh, fill 2. It's only got 3 wounds left and it's 2 damage each, so it's gone. Let's see if it explodes on a 6. Does not explode, so he's not in danger of injuring the other one. So this goes away. There's 1 left. Right, let's see how we can do against this one. So 10 shots coming across. Get some dagger. Here we go. Right, real 1s. Okay, it's not too bad. And then we've got 3 daggers. It's a cock die. Right, so there's another 2. That's pretty handsome. Right, 3s to wound. And just 3. He's got 6 wounds left. This could be it. So 5s to save. Makes 2, only fills 1, so he's down to 4 wounds left. And I'll tell you what, we're going to play our last 2 command points. This is all we've got in the tank. We're going to fire again, I think, to kill him. Okay, we've decided we are going to do it. We're going to do shoot again because we need to kill stuff now. We absolutely need to start killing stuff. So we're going to fire again with the looters. That's 2 command points. We're out of command points. So 5 are going to go down at the scrap jet. He's only got 4 wounds left, and then 5 are going to go after the custom booster blaster. I think that's what it's called anyway. So how many shots are we getting out this time? 3 shots each. That's exactly what we wanted. Right, 15 shots coming at the scrap jet in the corner down there. So let's go and visit him and then blow him away. 5s. Reroll 1s. Okay. Some daggers in there to try and bump that up a bit. So we've got 2 daggers. Reroll 1s. Wow, a lot of hits there. 3s to wound, it's strength 7. Okay, just a few fill. So 5 to save on 5s. What's he got? Oh, he's filled 3, that'll do. There's 6 damage, he's only got 4 wounds left. So he's dead, but there's nobody around for him to hurt in any potential explosion. So he's gone. That's really good work so far from the looters. They're just warming up, it seemed, and now they're at full tilt. So the other 5 firing thrice into the other buggy. Here we go. Rerolling 1s. This is gruesome stuff. Okay, so lots of hits, but only just 1 dagger in there, and he's missed. Okay, 3s to wound, and that is good. That is very good. 5 wounds to save on 5s again. Just riddling the Evil Sunz vehicles this time. So no, that one fails, and that's how many wounds have these got? Because that's 8 damage there, at 2 damage each. Yeah, we'll have to see how many wounds that's got left. I think they only have 8 wounds, so that could be it gone. Right, so we just double checked, it's only got 8 wounds, so that would be it killed, but with that in light, He's decided he's going to command reroll one of those saves to try and keep it alive and save it on a 5. So here we go, he's going to try and keep it alive, reroll one of those saves, needs a 5. If not, it's all over for it. He gets it, right, it survives, it's got 2 wounds left. That's exactly what he wanted, because this has got burners on it. It's got D4, D3 burners, and he's desperate to use that on the Orks. So with the custom booster blaster surviving on 2 wounds left, we're going to leave it to this squad to try and get it done. We had 2 shooters in range, fired them and missed, but we're going to do the big shooters. We're going to do the proper weapons on show here. So big shooters, let's bring it home. Reroll 1s. So we've only got 2 hits, strength 5 against toughness 6, needing 5s. No, but then the ace in the hole, we've got a rocket here. Let's get him on a 5. Come on. Yes, it's a dagger roll. Oh, he's missed his second shot, but it makes sense. He's got 2 rockets on there and everything. So he's got 1, needs a 3 to wound. Oh. Alright, I've got the big shooter from this truck here. It hasn't fired, so we're going to see if that can do the job. It's hit once. It does wound, save it on a 4. Come on. Show me a fill. Yes, it's got 1 wound left. He's teetering. Right, so we've got only 1 thing left to shoot, and that is the Waaagh bomb blaster jet. Because it's only hitting on a 6 now, we might as well fire some shots at the bikes. That was always our plan, but I think we're going to have to dedicate everything but the smasher gun to the the smasher gun, the super shooters onto the Waaagh bomb, onto the truck that I've been shooting at all this time. Starting to lose my mind with all these names, but the big cannons are going to go at the bikes, I think. Yeah, so here we go. So we've got the smasher gun. We're needing a 6, but it's built into our brain, and we're hit on a 5 essentially. That's what we're talking about. So he's missed anyway. So lots of explanation, not enough reward. So the big shooters on board, needing 6s to hit the buggy. We reroll 1s, we haven't got a sausage yet. No. And then the... Oh, well that's it, isn't it? It's going to survive. So we've got the blaster jets, the Waaagh bomb blaster jets, rockets, cannons, these things on the wings at the bikes. So it's 2d3 shots, we're getting 5. Needing 6s. And we reroll 1s. And we get 1 hit finally, and it's a dagger, which you don't get another hit. So needing 3 wound, we do get a wound, and invulnerable 5 save. Does not make it, so it's d6 damage, and we kill a bike. So there we go, that's the end of Bad Moon's turn 2. Took out some choice units there, the Death Killer War Trike and the 2 scrap jets. Disappointed not being able to take out that the custom booster blaster, but there you go, that's what happens. So, pretty good, we're in position like we said, the main characters are in the centre. It's over to the evil Sunz. Alright, evil Sunz turn 2, so they're starting to approach. They're just starting to get around the flanks of the Bad Moons now, so a bit of repairs going on here. This mech is fixed 2 wounds courtesy of his oiler on this scrap jet, so he's got 5 wounds remaining now. This is full of boys. This is full of boys in the war boss, remember, and they're getting this flank here is getting benefit of that custom force field. Over on the other side, okay, so here's where all the action is now on this side of the board. The bikes have moved in here and they've done billowing dust clouds. That means they're at a -1 to hit again. That's what the smoke's representing. There it is, the buggy. It's finally going to get to use its burners. It just came through hell and high water last turn, and now it is the reckoning of those boys. The copters have come in here. They're going to try and take on this flyer perhaps, or maybe shoot somewhere else. They don't fancy the flyer blowing up, but it's a slim chance that could happen, but it's always at the back of your mind. And then this truck is on its way up as well. So again, the Bad Moons have the centre ground, but the evil Sunz could easily just surround them and just blow them away. Alright, so the Evil Sunz opening the shooting phase with bullying tactics here. They've had this truck fire in on the grots, and they've shot really well. 10 wounds on the grots, going to have to save on 6s, and that's pretty respectable from the grots who've lost 6. 7 even. So 7 grots go down, and the big shooters are going to go up at the looters. Okay, he's fired 2 big shooters. There's one on board and one on the actual truck itself. At the looters, rolled incredibly well. 4 wounds on the looters up top. We haven't got any command points to play Grot Shield anymore, so they're free to be shot at now, and we've lost all 4. We're not getting cover there, that's important to note, because we're just sitting on top of a building there. We're not going to count that as cover. Right, the Scrapjet fires in now, lots of big shooter shots. Just totally wipes out the grot to 1 grot left. He's flying the flag, but he's about to get munched by that squig in the morale phase, no doubt. So on to, is it the mech on the bike? And he's going to shoot into this squad here. Okay, the big mech shot and didn't do anything, missed all of his shots. So we've got the rockets from the copters at the back. They're going to fire into the truck with the tank busters on board. So there's 10 shots there, and hitting on 5s. So that's the 3 hits so far. One's a dagger. I was just one hiding, so there's 2 daggers in fact, and then another hit goes their way. Alright, so it's only toughness 6 a truck, so 3's to wound. And only 3 wounds. Okay, right, we've got a custom force field save because our big mech war boss Mugwizzer is on hand, and we take 1 save, but 2 go through, and that's 3 damage each. So we're going to try and ramshackle it. So on a 6, 1 gets bounced down to just 1. No, right. So there's 6 damage on the truck. It's got 4 wounds left. Okay, it's this truck next, and he's fired all of the shooters on board, including the war boss, at this squad here, and then the big shooter on board and the truck itself shot up here at the looters. So the looters got lucky against the big shooters, only 1 wound coming their way, so we need a 6 to save. No, another looter goes down. These have just all of a sudden disintegrated right before our eyes. And then over here there was 6 wounds done on this boy's unit here, so we've got the benefit of the custom force field, so saving on 5s, so we saved 2, and then we are in range of the pain boy. No, we're not, so we've lost 4. Pain boy's just out because he had to get as close to the objective as he could. Right, it's time for the custom booster blaster now, the ever-living custom boost blaster. It's going to fire the river cannon into the injured truck, and then the exhaust, the burner exhaust is going into the boys at front. So we've got 6 shots from the river cannon, needing 5s to hit. Gets 2, 1's a dagger. And no extra hit there. And then it's strength 7, so needing 3s. Gets 1, this is 2 damage, and it's AP minus 2, but again we've got the custom force field benefit, which we fail on a 6 for ramshackle it, so it's just 1 wound. No, so 2 wounds go through. The truck's got its last 2 wounds left to go. Right, now we've got the 4 burner exhausts from the custom booster blaster, so 4d3 shots, automatic hits. So there's 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 automatic hits. So it's strength 4 with no AP, so just needing 4s on 9 dice. Let's see if this is worth staying alive for the custom booster blaster. So there's 3 for 5 wounds, not too bad. And then we've got the custom force field saves for our boys, which we make 2, and we are in range of the pain boy now. So 6s. Yes, save 2. Don't know how he saves them from being burnt to a crisp, but he does. He must have some sort of extra suntan lotion that he puts on them. So only 1 dies from the custom booster blaster. Okay, still more firepower on the middle unit. The truck at the back, everyone on board is fired at the big mob in the middle, and the 2 big shooters have gone up at the looters. So again, good shots on the big shooters, but unlucky on the wounds. Only 1 wound on these looters, so 7 on 6, which we don't get, so we've lost a 6th looter, so that's bad news. And then 2 in the centre have to save, so custom force field, which we make 1, and then the pain boy will save us. Pretty good, that pain boy. Right, this bike unit was next to shoot in on the big mob. Bikes are so punishing, but not this time. Mork has smiled again. upon the bad moons. Only 3 wounds, a terrible round of firing from them. So I need to save on the custom force field yet again, and it comes flaring into life, saving 2, and then the pain boy's going to have to stitch one back together, which he does not. Finally, he's lost someone on the operating table. Okay, that is the end of the shooting phase, but just remembered, because it's a pretty new model, this has also got some extra special rules, which is pretty unusual. You can fire a pistol and a grenade from it because it's got lots of grots on it. So we've got a grot pistol, needs a hit on a 5 because there's no extra special ballistic skill for them, I don't think, for this one. Does hit, he needs a 5 to wound, does not do it. And then you can throw a stick bomb as well, so that's d6, and that's full 5, that's pretty nice. And then hitting on 5s, which he gets 2, and then 5s to wound because it's strength 3. This could get a few more orcs, just 1. Let's see if we save on a custom force field. No. Let's see if the medic wants to heal him back up. No. Right, so we've lost another orc, so it was worth just going through, because every orc counts here, because he's going to have to get into combat here. Okay, the custom booster blaster is going to race into combat, but he's had to go through the overwatch. There's 3 wounds he's going to have to save. They would just shoot a shot so he can save on his 4. He's only got 1 wound left. This could be the end. He's failed 2 anyway, and he's gone. So, does he explode? He doesn't explode, but that has been taken out of the way in the combat phase. That is so crucial. He's desperate just to lock that unit down in combat so they couldn't shoot next turn, and that is the consequence. Okay, that is the end of the Evil Sunz turn 2. No more charges to make, so it's onto morale stages. So this unit lost 4, so let's see what they get. 4 plus 2 is 6, which is fine because we've still got the knob giving us leadership 7. The grots, they got absolutely butchered, but I almost forgot we've got more grots around the side. I thought we just had this lowly grot here. So we're obviously going to fail the morale, so what we're going to do is attack Squig. He kills 2 of them, chomps 2 grots down. And then the big mob in the middle, they're such a strong number still, which is amazing. Only lost 3, they're going to automatically pass. But the looters, it's a different story. We lost 6 out of the looters, and that's the squad gone. Nothing we can do about that. That was destined to happen after we lost 4 off the first volley. So there we go, big hole in the shooting capabilities of the bad moons now. The Evil Sunz have got to be happy with that. Right, we've ended battle round 3, which means a new way to score points has been triggered. So at the end of this battle round, we start scoring the characters who have the intel that are still alive. So the Battle Moons still have their 3 characters. The Evil Sunz are down to 2 characters now because of the death of the Deathkiller Wartrike. So we'll see how that goes on. And then at the start of this round, we scored a point for holding the objective at the start of our turn there, because we've got 2 characters on the central objective. So we've just pulled ahead by a point. This is going to be a close pointed game, this one, given how the victory points are handed in. So we've done our movement phase as well for the bad moons. So the grots have run out all the way over here as the survivors. The truck stays still. The flash gates are going to put down some mean dagger again. The surviving squad is just going to hold tight. So is this bike. The truck's pulled forward just a little bit just to get in range of Big Mech. Waaagh, and he's fixed up the truck with 2 points there, so it's on 4 wounds left, that truck now. As well, his second in command, the other Big Mech, he's gotten out and he's now on that objective. So I've got 3 characters on the objective, which is the best thing I can do at the moment. So I'll always outnumber the Evil Sunz for the time being. So it's just about getting those points in. And then the bikes, their lost cause being at a -1 to hit, so just staying tight, keeping within the custom force field. We're just going to have to shoot our way out of this madness. And then the Waaagh blaster jet, he flies over here. He's going to try and pick off this last scrap jet here. And just while I remember, I forgot to say the Def Couplers in the Evil Sunz last turn, they used, what's it called again? Hit and run tactics, stratagem, and went back. Drive-by Crumpman stratagem, and went back into the corner. I forgot to mention that, so they've flown away, so they're not a valid target anymore. I'm sure they'll be back to shoot us up some more. Okay, we're going to start the shooting phase with the lads who have the loudest guns on the battlefield now that the looters are gone. Flash gates are going to fire over into the command truck. This is the one with the war boss on. We need to slow that truck down. So here we go, stayed still, so we're on full ballistic skill of 4s and 3s for the green dice. So not as impressive as the last time, but still love seeing those hits with the Orks. And then the captain hits on 3, and then we're going to use the ammo run to reroll a hit for the captain. And he gets a dagger. What a legend. So the dagger for the captain, and he hits again. And then we've got 3 other daggers in there for the basic guys, and they get an extra hit. Okay, so it's strength 6 against toughness 6, so we need 4s to wound here. And that's pretty impressive. Happy with that. There's 6, 7 wounds at AP -2. So we'll have to check range on the custom force field there. So I just had a quick check, it's definitely worth it. It is within the custom force field range, so 7 attacks there, got a save on 5s. It's a hell of a roll, only 3 go through. So it's 6 damage unless you can roll some 6s. So roll 3 dice, any 6s will bounce them down. No, it's 6 damage on the truck, it's got 4 wounds left. And then on a 6, the flash kits can fire again, because they are show-offs and they will fire again. Brutal stuff. Come on. Okay, off we go again with the pirates. Oh, we've lost 2. Right, so not quite as impressive, but this is a free round of shooting anyway. So we've missed quite a lot there. I'm going to have to check the ammo run. Is it every time you fire, or is it just once per shooting phase? Let's have a check. Okay, just looked at the codex, and it's each time you shoot, so we can reroll that for the ammo run. It passes him another magazine, and he hits. So there's 3 data hits as well from the basic pirates. Right, 4s to wound. Go on. Oh, massive success. 6 wounds. Again, I'm going to have to lean on that custom force field. 5s to save. Again, an impressive roll. 2 go through, but this could be it. Because it's 2 damage each. That's 4 damage. You're going to need 2 dice, and you're going to need to roll at least 1 6 to ramshackle. No, the truck is no more. So does it explode? Does not explode, right, and then they're going to have to get out. Okay, they've all had to get out and lose 1 in the wreckage. So down to a 9-man unit there, and then to keep the pressure on, this unit fired at them. They had a missile at the mech and missed, but then we had 2 big shooters at the freshly laid squad, and we had big shooter here off this truck and big shooter there off that truck, but in total we've done 4 wounds to these. They're going to need to save on 4s for their invulnerable custom force field. And they make 2 but fail 2, so 2 orcs go down. Every orc that drops in the centre is crucial there to expose that warlord. The bad moons are fired with the Waaagh blaster jet. Did the big shooters into this squad, and then all the heavy guns into this unit did absolutely nothing. It's absolutely terrible when you're hitting on 6s. Bit of a paperweight now. Right, so we're coming over here. We're going to do the tank busters. They're going to fire at the truck. We're not going to bother with the bikes because we don't get rerolls and we're hitting on -1 anyway. So we've still got 8 tank busters. Let's see what we can do. That's pretty good. So we re-roll all failed hit rolls against vehicles. Right, that's pretty sweet. Got 2 daggers. And we re-roll failed hit rolls because we're tank busters, and that is a big handful of dice coming at you. So 3s to wound, but that's not so special. So 4 wounds and AP -2, so you need to save on 6s. So it's 4 wounds, AP -2. So it does get 1 save, and then you want to roll those 3 dice and try and get ramshackles. Gets a single ramshackle, so 2 aren't ramshackled, so there's 6 damage, and then the ramshackled would be the 7th damage hit. So there's 3 wounds left on that truck in the distance. Right, the boys in the centre trying to live up to the prediction of shooting their way out of the bad situation. We'll have the big shooters and a rocket from the knob at that truck in the distance. Only take 1 wound off it with the big shooter, and then we're through a tank buster bomb at the bikes and didn't do anything. But the small arms fire has gone into this mob that's been exposed. So 6 wounds put on them from shooters. So custom force field saves. It's been doing well and saves another 3. So 3 more orcs go down. Okay, that's going to see the end of the Bad Moon's turn. Thought long and hard about charging with the big mob, but I think just staying tight there, keeping within the custom force field, blocking the way to the objective is the way to go. So no more firing, no assaults. We're just going to try and stay steadfast in the centre. And this unit did a morale check and lost 2, so there's only 2 orcs left from that squad, and the war boss is out on a limb. So let's see what they do, because Bad Moon to set up their little shop on the shop, and it's up to the evil Sunz to dig them out now. So they've got the firepower to do it still. Those bikes are still active. Bad Moon's just got to hang on one more time. Evil Sunz turn 3, so no points for them at the start of this turn. They're not on the objective yet, but they're getting there. So they start to move. Start with the copters. They've come out the corner again, ready to have a go at them. The bikes have moved around the wall. They're still moving. Just having a reshuffle there. Right, so the stragglers of this unit have gone towards the wall. The war boss, he's ran as well. This unit did, but only an inch. But you get an extra inch because you're Evil Sunz, but it's still not far enough. That truck at the back is just crawling into the fray there. He's going to try and make a charge. He's only got 2 wounds left. And the unit that was inside, they're going to now try a charge. So now is the time for the Evil Sunz to try and put it on the Bad Moon. So totally surrounded almost. And it's going to be a shooting gallery. This truck comes over here from this place where it was looking like it was just going to swing around into here, but it's going to support the war boss. Needs to support these characters because they're the only ones who can score. And then the scrapjet coming from over here to here is going to try and shoot up some of this flank just now. So we're just going to go straight in the shooting phase. This has already declared its target, so we've got the rockets going into the truck. We've got the grot shooter, twin shooter at the unit here, and then the other twin shooter at the bike in the back. He's just trying to pick up as many units as he can here. Alright, so here comes the rocket cannon, so 2d3 shots, and it's the full house there. So 6 shots coming in on this wagon. This might be the end of the truck. The flash kits have had it easy so far. No, it's not looking so good. The 5s to hit. I've only got 2 hits, but 1's a dagger, and he hits. So 3 hits in the end, and then 3's to wound. Gets 2. Right, so no save there. He's blocked our cover a little bit. 6s to save, no, and then we'll have to ramshackle them. We haven't. So 6 wounds taken on the truck, 4 left, and then there's a wing rocket to go. So it's heading on 4 because it's against the vehicle, and he's missed. Right, going to the big shooters. Let's see what they do. Alright, so the big shooters took off an orc out of that 3-man unit, or the X3-man unit, and failed to wound the bike. And then it's onto the war boss here. He's fired his Scorcher into these poor old orcs on the other side of the wall. And how many wounds did he get with the Scorcher?
4.
Got 4 wounds with the Scorcher. Right, so we're going to have to take the custom force field saves. Fails them all, and then it's time for the medic to try and help us. Come on. No, we've lost 4 orcs. I think this is where we're going to crumble in the centre. Okay, we've been firing in the centre, and it's been going on for a long time. Trucks, all the guys on board, all these orcs down here, all these orcs, this truck, even the bikes have just absolutely annihilated the centre orcs. There's only 5 left. They're just hung on by the skin of the teeth, and the way they're set out, it's blocking all charges in on the characters so far. So it's been really crucial. If we lost 1 orc there, that would have scuppered our defensive plans. So they're forced to now shoot the rockets into the measly orcs in the centre. the Ork boys, unless he's going to change his mind.
Well, sadly, no.
No, so here come the rockets. So it's 10 rockets into the boys. Okay, he's just about to roll the dice, and then he quickly changes his mind. He is going to fire the copters into the truck. Just can't bear firing those high caliber shots into just worthless boys. So you've got 10 shots into the truck, and that's good. It's very good. So 2 daggers and 3 hits so far, and then the daggers provide no extra shots. So still, that's 50%. That's really good shooting for the Orks. 3's to wound. There's only 4 wounds left on this truck, and 2 go awry. So 3 to save. So 3 to save. I've had to come around the other side to get me trusty yellow dice that have been working. We've got custom force field saves here from the mech. And look at that, only 1 goes through on our last wound, but we might be able to ramshackle this on a 6. No, right, so we take 3 wounds, we've got 1 wound remaining with that truck. Right, it's not quite desperation time for the Evil Sunz, but that didn't go the way they wanted it to go. So it's ended in the shooting phase with, again, drive-by crumping. They've gone back into the corner, the copters, they don't want anything to do with the tank busters. And it's on to assault. So this truck, this injured truck, it's only got 2 wounds left, is going to try and assault in on that battered and bruised boys unit. So we've only got 5 left. If only we had more, we might be able to kill it, but I don't know. With only 10 shots, but that's pretty special. Oh god. 5 hits, and not only are there 5 hits, they are 5 daggers, so get extra hits, and we'll reroll 1s because we're bad moons. So no extra hits, so right, just need a couple of 5s here and then we'll just be laughing. Oh, 3. Okay, so saving on 4s. If 2 fail here, that truck may go pop. No, he's passed them all. He's passed them all, didn't even need to see those. Devastating stuff. So the truck is going to charge in 3, and what was that one? 2, so 5 inches. 5 inches there, I don't know. No, it's a failed charge.
It's going to have to be command reroll on that one then. So I can't.
Let's see if trucks have AoE go. It's just worth a quick check. Trucks do not have AoE go, so he's going to have to spend a command point reroll. Try and get this working. It goes 7, so that surely must get in on a 7.
Yeah.
So in he goes, and then we'll see what else follows. Okay, all other charges have been made, so the bikes have gone in against the truck and this hapless boys unit here, and then all of the units here have gone in on the boys, so they can't get in on the characters, but these boys are just going to get tanned from every angle. Said it was going to be a bust up in the middle, but it's actually just going to be a bit of a slaughter. Okay, so we've started with the fight phase. The bikes have elected to fight first, so the 2 bikes on the wing here have already killed an orc, and then the war boss biker with a power claw, he's smashed into the back of this truck. He's killed it, it only had 1 wound left, it was pretty easy for him. But now's the deadly part. Will it explode on a 6? If it does, that could be horrendous for all involved. So let's hope we don't see a 6. That's a cocked eye. It's almost a 6. Don't want to see a 6. Oh no, I've got no command points to re-roll that. So all involved are going to take a good hiding here. This is not good news. There's 3 Bad Moons characters in there. There's orcs, there's bikes. This is going to be horrible. Alright, here we go then. So, starting from here and going anti-clockwise, we've got this one, this bike. He takes 2 mortal wounds. So he's got 1 left because he is a knob. Just put that there. Alright, this squad here. Take 2 mortal wounds, so that's him dead and a mortal wound on the knob leader. Oh no. And then the mech war boss. Please no. It's for the full 3. We do get saves of 6 with the pain boy on hand. And he saves 2, so he only takes a mortal wound, so what we're going to do is we'll put that on his grot helper. So he's gone now. Well, keep these grots around for some reason, and that's the reason. The second in command, Big Mech, he takes 3. Pain boy, help him. Doesn't help him at all, so he's going to take 2 wounds, and his grot helper will succumb to the blast, so he's taken 2 wounds himself. Okay, I'm going to elect to do the orc unit now, see what the boys take. Oh, they take a big 3 as well. Pain Boy saved them. He saves 1. Arguably a cock die, we'll roll that again. No, so 3 die. So we'll take them off in a second. Oh, well, you get to go on. And alright, so now that's my licks taken. Okay, so now the fun part on the Evil Sunz. Ha ha ha. Right. So we'll do the bikes. They've already got 1 wound on one of their bikes. So it's 3 wounds that'll kill. 1 wound will kill one of the bikes, and the other 2 wounds will kill the other. So we've lost 2 bikes in that explosion. This is the wrong way to do business, killing that truck. It's hurt all involved.
Yeah, I'll put one on the mega on the.
Alright, so he's putting one on the knob just to try and keep his self alive. So that knob's got 1 wound left. Alright.
Let's get 2 left.
This truck,
yeah,
he's only got 1 left. So the truck has only got 2 wounds left. Let's see what we'll do to that. Right, it's been clipped down to 1 wound left, that truck. The straggling boys unit, the one that only had 2 in, this is right. So I lost a boy there out of the stragglers. It would have been the big shooter guy. Yeah, that's him. And the large mob who's joined the fray, the fresh 10-man unit, is now a 7-man unit with 3 mortal wounds taken for them. This is probably the most brutal explosion we've had in a long while. War boss now. 2 wounds for him. I'm going to have to check the big Met on the bike. He is in range 6. Such a huge explosion. And the big Met on the bike, he takes a whopping 3. Wow, shrapnel just flying everywhere. I haven't done it on the Pain Boy, so I'm going to have to do on my own Pain Boy. Almost forgot him. How many wounds? Just the 1. Let's see if he heals himself. He does not, so the Pain Boy takes a wound as well. I think that's all the wounds done. That was absolutely savage. So there we go, a massive hole where existence used to be. Now everyone's dead. So we didn't lose anyone in the explosion there, ironically, from the tank busters. But everyone's taking a battering here. Everyone's picking shrapnel out of the face, out of the backs, out of everywhere. And the bikes have got to consolidate now, and then everyone's going to pile in. There's only 1 boy left, so it seems a bit overkill now. And they don't really want to pile in onto the Bad Moon's characters, because they will get to fight, and the Evil Sunz wouldn't. So it's not a good idea to pile straight in to them. They've got to be very careful now. Let's see what they do. Okay, so the bikes, they've consolidated into this bike. He was the nearest one. It still hasn't touched the tank busters. And this war boss finishes off that lowly orc there. He doesn't want, after that explosion, doesn't want to commit the war boss into a fight that he can't, because he did declare a charge against all the characters because there's too many boys. He doesn't want to consolidate into the characters because they would get to fight him, and that would be terminal for that war boss. So he's just going to try and present as many targets as he can for the next turn. But that's a big charge, and everyone's in the spot now. So he's got the 2 characters as close as he can onto the objectives, but the big Bad Moons have 3 characters there, so it's still going the Bad Moons way so far, but they're under a lot of pressure. Lost a lot of good units here, and we've got no boys left. We've only got tank busters, the flash gits, a couple of stragglers, but we've still got our characters, and that's the most important bit. Okay, so that was a brutal episode there. Shocked faces all around. So we've got morale checks to take. So there's no morale check to take for the big 30-man boys unit. They were totally curled up. And only 1 guy here went down for the Bad Moons, so no morale check there because everyone's been pretty much wholesale wiped out. The bikes, though, they've lost 2, and they lost the leader. So they're leadership 6 now, and they lost 2. So roll the dice, +2. 6, 8. That's terrible. They've lost 2. That would be the squad, but they are in range of the war boss to do breaking heads, so it's going to be just 1 mortal wound. So the bikes will hang on and pass their morale. Okay, there's another squad in there that just lost 1, so they're okay. And then the squad that was formerly 10, they lost 3 in the explosion. They're going to have to take a morale test, so it's D6 plus, so it's 6 plus 3, it's 9. So they're going to lose 2, or do you want a chance of breaking heads with the war boss?
We'll break heads.
Break heads, right. So, well, it's 2 mortal wounds anyway, so it's no difference there. So 2 orcs go away. So, pretty punishing in the centre. The charge was somewhat successful, somewhat troubling for the Evil Sunz. Okay, that was a savage encounter in the centre, and because it's the end of battle round 3, we now do the transmit intel, I think it is. No, it's crucial intel. So it's the end of the 3rd battle round. You score a point for each character that has the intel that's still surviving on the battlefield. So the Bad Moons, all 3 of their characters are still okay, so that's 3 points for the Bad Moons, and the Evil Sunz still have their mech on a bike, and the War Boss is still intact, so there's 2 points for those. So the score so far is 5 to the Bad Moons, just 2 ahead to the 3 for Evil Sunz. Right, Bad Moon's turn 4, so we're going to pick up a point for holding the objective at the start of our turn, because we have 3 characters on there, that's most crucial. So up to 6 points now, we're just starting to leave the station with the points, and just slight movements on the backfield, so the Grots just might as well stay where they are, they're pretty much out of the game. This boy makes a significant move, this knob, comes around the side with his combi rocket, he's going to try and nail the big mech on a bike. He's only got 2 wounds left, that big mech on a bike. If we can just get our hit, that might be okay. Rocket boys, don't know what we're going to do with them just yet. This stays still, of course, they're just been the unit of the game so far. And then the 3 characters in the middle, they're just going to try and hold the line, and they're just going to try and take on the biggest and baddest that the Evil Sunz have to offer. Right, the Bad Moons start shooting. So the big shooter here doesn't do anything to the Orks in the back, so we turn to the Waaagh blaster jet, and it finally does something. We fire the 2 big shooters off the tail end at the unit at the back, kills 2 Orks, and then finally the smasher gun and the big Waaagh cannons have finally done the job. We've killed this scrap jet. Took 4 wounds off it with the smasher gun, and then finished it off with one of the shots from the cannon. So really pleased that the Waaagh blaster jet finally did something, and it was at such a crucial time here. Feel like we're in the ascendancy, even though we've got half the men that the Evil Sunz have. Okay, so let's see what else we've got going. Some crucial shots going to come in. We need to pick and choose our targets wisely. Right, we had the flash gates and the tank busters fire, so we had a few tank busters fire at the truck and didn't do anything, and then we killed just a single boy, I think, out of the mob behind. So not finding the best targets with the tank busters, pretty unenthused, that's why they didn't put in the performance there. Flash gates, they put in a good performance on this truck, got it down to 4 wounds left, so we're just chipping away at the vehicles now. And now it's time to get personal, so we've got this combi rocket at the big mech. On a 5 he's going to hit. He's hit. This is devastating stuff. We need a wound on a 3. We do get a wound, he needs to save on a 5, otherwise he's toast. He gets a 6, he is still alive. The intel carrier lives on. Alright, so what else have we got? Right, we're going to have the big mech in second in command. Big mech, he's going to do Scorcher and his teleport blaster on the War Boss. We're just going to try and weaken him here. So teleport blaster, we'll get the real 1s. We've got 1 hit so far, just 1 hit. So wound on 3, no, and then his Scorcher gets 6 shots out of the Scorcher. It's more like it. He's forced to wound. That is a crack and roll. So he's got the custom force field. He needs 5, saves a 5, gets only 1, and that's him dead. He only had 4 wounds left. That is devastating. That is the intel carrier gone down and the warlord kill. It's now just crumbling away for the Evil Sunz. Okay, both of us in agreement that that is possibly the straw that breaks the back of the Evil Sunz. No coming back from that. They're down to 1 intel carrier, and he's very wounded and he's about to get assaulted. So this is probably going to be it. We're going to still fire off with the Gobshot Thunderbus. It's going to fire into the Orks, into the back. So this is a special relic that he's got, which we mentioned at the start. So there's 8 shots, automatic hits, because it's like a big flamer. Strength 5, so needing 3s to wound. Oh, look at that. They all wound. Do you just want to roll these? Here you go. So you've still got your custom force field save. Go for it. And that is bad. So the whole squad's wiped out there at the back. There's only one knob remaining. The bikes and the big mech on a bike just isolated completely. Uh-oh. Okay, we've gone straight into the assault phase. We've had pretty much all of the bad moons around here just go straight into combat. So these get into combat with the bikes, the tank busters, because these were already locked to don't take any overwatch. And we take a wound on the pain boy going in. We take a wound on the big mech going into the big mech on the bike. So we've got two big mechs fighting the big mech on a bike. We're just going to try and wipe out the command structure of the Evil Sunz straight away. And then this guy's going to go in now that he's safe and sound. So there's only 2 wounds left on this big mech. He's the last of the command structure. Going to try and get a clean sweep for the bad moons. Right, we're going to attack with the big mech setting in command first. He's got a power clause. He's got 3 attacks. And he gets only 1 hit because we're at AP, -1 to hit, sorry. Strength 5 against toughness 5. So wound on a 2 because we are strength 10. So we do wound. Goes straight through the armour. He's only got an armour save of 4. He's got 2 wounds left. If we roll a 2 here on the D3, that is him gone. It's 3 wounds. There's nothing the Evil Sunz can do about that. No save, no pain boy around for them. That is the last of the command structure of the Evil Sunz. And I think with that, they're just going to concede the game. There's absolutely no way they can make it back on points now. There's no way they can actually generate points. They can't claim the objective at all. They've lost all the characters to try and hang on and gain command points through just being alive. That is it. Resounding victory for the Bad Moons. Evil Sunz are in shock here. So the Evil Sunz will ride back to their scrap fort and regather themselves, find a new war boss to take over, and then try and assault on the Imperium next time. The Bad Moons just proved too tough, and there's just whispers of the Imperium's psi force fields just flickering at moments. They've got reports back from the Ork commandos that seems to be what's happening. There's been a lot of Orks killed to get this information, but the Orks are revving to go and test out some of those Imperial defences.